And he flied up immediately. He started shouting, "Do you know I'm the one who paid for this food? Do you know I'm the one who saw this babe? Who brought you here?" He was almost going violent. He said he was vegan too.
The Wedding Prep by ne.weddings.
Hi, my name is Ogi Okafo, the head chef at Catering Services, and this is the Wedding Prep. As a caterer in the wedding industry, one of the mistakes I see couples make during their wedding preparations is not having an additional food budget. And I am going to explain what this means. When couples come to us and they say they have an estimated number of guests to be 200, and this event is not strictly by invitation, they usually skip the plus ones that might come with their guests, because definitely most of the time guests come with plus one, even plus two. So, and then there are some VIP guests that usually come with a lot of security, policemen, civil defense, and so on. And these people come in their numbers. Some people can come with as much as 10. Some people can come with 5. Some can even come with as much as 30, depending on the level of the individual. So when these people come like this, they would expect us to feed their security, feed their drivers, feed even the cleaners around in the hall. And these budgets for these people were not in the original plan. So when it happens this way, it becomes a problem for us, the caterers, and even for the guests, because we're starting to reduce the number of food that have been budgeted for this wedding. Let's do the math now. If you have to count security men that have come with guests, and they are like 25 to 30, and then the security that also came with the couples parents, and so on, add up all these people, you're already going to over 50 security. Then they'll also expect that we feed vendors. So if you start to count vendors in the hall, you'll be counting also close to 50 or over 50. Now, if you're this couple that have already paid for 200 guests and you did not budget for extra 100 people, then where are we going to be feeding these 100 people from? Because if we decide that we should give them food just the way they come to ask for it, when guests haven't eaten, then there will be serious problem, and everything comes back to us. It comes back to us, the caterers, and everywhere will be in chaos. I just think that to solve this problem, you as the couple, you should make additional budget for these people. You know your guests. You know the caliber of people you're inviting. You know that they will definitely come with securities. You know that they will come with drivers. So you should make arrangements for them, even if it is packed food. Say, okay, please, we're going to be having additional people, drivers, securities, or even vendors. Please, can we add 50 extra plates, 100 extra plates? Even if it has to be packed food, please make that provision for them. That way, you will not have this problem. In addition to this, dear couples, please have a clear discussion with your vendors. Ask them what it will require for them to make an excellent delivery for you. If feeding them is part of their requirements, please come to an agreement with them. If you're the ones going to feed them, please feed them. Add it to the budget when making your preparations with the caterer. If feeding them is not part of the requirement, please clearly discuss it with them and make sure that you have an agreement that they will not have to come to the caterer at the event for food to avoid clashes, please. Another mistake I see couples make is not being open to professional advice. And I'll explain what this means. If couples come to us caterers and they are preparing for a traditional marriage ceremony, and they give you a list, like a menu for their traditional marriage ceremony, and you look at that menu, all the meals there have nothing to do with where they are from. The groom is from XYZ and the bride is from ABC, and these meals here have nothing to do with the tribes. And you offer them a professional advice saying, please, can you add this meal and this meal because it is your traditional meal. You find out that some of them will start to argue with you. They will start to, say they don't want it. This is what they want, forgetting that they have guests coming and it's a traditional marriage, which will most likely hold in the place where the bride is from. And then your in-laws will also come from their own place. So feeding them with their traditional meal, especially their best traditional meal, will just be perfect. But you're not trying to agree with the caterer. That alone would cause, a glitch between you and your caterer. But of course, because we're professional, whatever you want, okay, we're going to do it. But we really wish that you are more open to professional advice going forward while preparing for your wedding. Now, remember that you're feeding a whole number of guests, 200 guests, 300 guests, 1,000 guests, and you're eating just one plate. Can we just feed the guests without you saying, I don't like this meal, please don't do it this way, don't do it this way? It is just you, and we have 1,000 more people that would love these meals. And you're the host. They are your guests. I think their comfort, what they prefer, should be your point of interest and not exactly what you want. Okay, so if you think of it this way, you will find out that everything will just be perfect. Another mistake couples make is not giving the caterer the exact time the event is going to start. You see couples tell us that, the event is going to start at 12 p.m. and you get there even before 12 p.m. Usually we get there 1 hour before 12 p.m. for setup and, get ourselves ready for the event. But we're there from 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. comes, the event is nowhere ready to start. 1 p.m. comes, the event is you can even find some people still moving about and trying to get things arranged. 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. before this event starts. Event slated for 12 p.m. What do you think would happen to your food? Do you know that your food was cooked way earlier before that time? So if your food is still there untouched from very early in the morning when it was cooked till 4 p.m., 5, and let me even bust your bubble. The event starts by 4 p.m. doesn't mean that food is being distributed at the same time. The food would have to wait till they have to be an entrance, there have to be a welcome note before you start to distribute food. And that alone will take another 1 hour before that food starts to go around. So you've waited from before 12 p.m. till 5, 6, and then you start to share food. What do you think would happen to your food, dear couple? I am not going to say, I'll leave you to answer this one. Another mistake I see couples make is assigning a family member or a friend to the food stand so that they can oversee how the food is being distributed. Excuse me, I have to laugh because this is the oga pata of them all. This is the greatest mistake that I know couples make. Once you have done that, this is what happens to your wedding. Now, your family member or your close friend has close friends, best people he or she has invited, committee of friends all sitting around a particular table or tables. Now, he or she starts to siphon the food to that area, they get everything that is on the menu. Even if they had eaten once or twice, they don't mind repeating the food, giving them more and more plates, while other guests are just sitting and waiting for food. Some people are already having 3 plates because there is somebody who knows them giving them that preference. But for us, the professionals, we do not have to be biased because we don't know anybody. All we know is that we are here to work, we're here to distribute good food and to share love because food is love. So dear couple, please trust your caterers. They are professionals. Okay? So I remember an event, a wedding that we catered for sometime in February, I think either January or February. And we had started distributing food. In fact, everything was going on well. The planner was impressed and the food was going on as it should. In fact, we were even almost done. It means people in front, everybody have eaten down to very close to where we were. And then the groom's brother came to us requesting for extra food, like grilled fish. Okay. And this grilled fish now was actually kept for a certain people that the planner was supposed to go and distribute by herself. Okay. So the groom's brother came to me and then I told him to wait. I'll have to call the planner so she can be aware that I'm about to give you this food. And he flied up immediately. He started shouting, do you know I'm the one who paid for this food? Do you know I'm the one who saw this bill? I paid. He was just shouting and screaming down the hall where there was no problem. The only thing I said was, okay, please hold on. I'm just going to get the planner and let her know I'm about to give out this particular meal to you. And he started shouting, who brought you here? He was almost going violent. He said he was going to break our head if we talk back at him. And of course, we didn't even talk back at him. We kept on doing what we were doing. You know, when, okay, somebody is shouting and you have to keep mute and you continue doing what you're doing, they start feeling like it's also an insult to them. So that alone was also something that started making him to scream, and people had to come to take him out of our presence before everywhere was calm. But then it is what it is. We always, experience these things, but we find a way to manage them. So to avoid this kind of scenarios again, please tell your family members to sit down, relax, enjoy the event, take part in the games and all the things that the MC have to do. You have paid these MCs to do these things. Take part in the games, enjoy, dance, and just relax and let the professionals do their job. Dear intending couples, these mistakes I have highlighted are not to scare you, but to help you avoid making the same mistakes going forward. We understand that a wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and we want you to have the best of it.
The Wedding Prep by NE Weddings.